Alright, today we're going to begin to talk about point slope form. Here's what point slope form looks like. What it is an equation of a line. Just like y equals mx plus b, it's just written in a different form. Here is where we'll plug in our ordered pair x comma y. So we'll have an x comma y ordered pair, that will be our point. And then here's where we'll plug in our slope. The first few problems we're actually going to graph given a point and a slope. So when I graph given a point and a slope, we'll always use the point first. So we'll go ahead and graph 1, -8. Just like we'd graph the y-intercept first, we're going to graph the point first. Then we can do the slope up 2 over 3, rise over run, up 2 over 3. You could have also gone down 2 to the left 3. This creates that positive slope for that line. The next example, another one where we'll graph the point first. So we have 3, -3. We'll do rise over run. So we'll go down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, or up 2 to the left 1, up 2 to the left 1. That creates negative slope. The line is going down. In this next example, we have a slope of 1. Slope of 1 over 1. We'll start at the y-intercept this time, 0, 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, or down 1 to the left 1. There's my positive slope line. Last example of graphing with the ordered pair given a slope, we'll graph -2, 3. And this has a slope of 0, so we have a straight horizontal line as our slope. In this next type of problem, what we're going to be doing is we're going to write the equation in point slope form. And then we're going to write the equation in slope intercept form. So let's first start with our new format, point slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. We're going to plug in numbers for our x1, y1, and our m. Everything else will stay variables. This is our x1, y1, and this is our m. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to plug 5 in for y and a -2/3 in for m, and my x value is -2, so I've got a minus -2. To simplify this point slope form, we would really have just simply an x plus 2. This is one of the solutions they're asking me for because they asked for point slope form. My other solution is supposed to be in slope intercept form. This requires me to distribute. So I'll be taking a -2/3 times a 2. -2/3 times 2 over 1 ends up giving me -4/3. And I have y minus 5 on the other side. To get the y by itself, so it's in point slope intercept form, I'd solve for y. So y equals -2/3 x plus whatever 5 plus -4/3 is. So I've got 5 over 1 plus -4/3. I need to make a common denominator. So that'd give me 15 over 3 plus -4/3, which is 11/3, or 3 2/3. So now I have both solutions. Here's point slope form, and there is slope intercept form. Next problem. I'm given the slope of -5 and my point is 2/3, 2, 3. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So I have y minus 3 equals my slope of -5, x minus 2. This is my point slope form. I'm done. I don't need to simplify it any further. Slope intercept form, I'd have to distribute. So I'd get -5x. -5 times -2 is a positive 10. And then I'll add 3 to both sides and end up with the answer y equals -5x plus 13. So this is slope intercept and this is point slope form. Let's go ahead and skip this example and move on to one where I have to find the slope. So this time I'm not given the slope, so I have to use the 2 points to find the slope. So I'll do y minus y, so y minus -2, x minus x, 2 minus 0. My slope ends up being 10 over 2, which is a 5. So we'll go ahead and write in slope or point slope form first. I'm just going to go ahead and use the first ordered pair. So I end up getting y minus negative 2 equals 5 times x minus 0. Again, I'm using this ordered pair, not the other one. You could use the other pair as well, ordered pair as well. Y plus 2 equals 5 times x minus 0. This is point slope form. Slope intercept form is 5x minus 0 equals, on the other side, the y plus 2. Subtract 2 from both sides. We end up with y equals 5x minus 2. Now notice I could have come up with this answer right away if I would have recognized that was a y-intercept. This is my b value from the previous day's work. And let's go ahead and talk about one more example. Let's go ahead and find the slope again because I'm given 2 points. So y minus y over x minus x. This gives me a negative 3 over positive 4, so my slope is negative 3/4. I'll go ahead and just use the first ordered pair again. So I've got y minus 2 equals, again my 2 is my y value, my slope negative 3/4 times x minus my x value, which is negative 2. Again, that's from the formula y minus y equals m times x minus x. This is point slope form. I could simplify it to be negative 3/4 times x plus 2. In order to come up with slope intercept form, I'll distribute, which gives me negative 3/4 x plus negative 6/4. Because I'm multiplying negative 3/4 times positive 2 over 1, which is negative 6 over 4. When I add 2 to both sides, I end up getting y equals negative 3/4 x plus, this would be 1/2 because that's negative 1 and 1/2. But if you don't see that, you'd have to add negative 6/4 plus 2 over 1, make a common denominator, negative 6/4. This would become 8 over 4 when you make that common denominator, and then you can add your numerators together, which is 2/4, and that reduces to 1/2. So that is slope intercept form. We'll continue to talk about more of these in class. Bring your questions.